Hey guys, I know I told you guys I wasn't going to watch the Conrad Murray trial or talk about it or nothing, but of course, being me, I couldn't resist. Now, I don't know if any of you were watching the HLN special recently. Ryan Smith had a panel on of one of Michael Jackson's friends, one of his ex-bodyguards, and Diane Diamond, who was of course running her mouth off about stupid shit like always. But I wrote a comment on the HLN fan page and I want to read it to you guys, okay? Here's what I said. I said, are you kidding me? Fuck, how stupid can people be? Diane Diamond really needs to shut her dumb fucking clueless mouth. Saying MJ's a pedo and all this fuck, is this the best panel Ryan Smith can get? All they talk about is MJ's child love and alcohol intake, drug intake, health while rehearsing. What the fuck does this have to do with Murray's trial? Stick to the issue. MJ had a drug addiction. That's it. And you know why? Because of idiot people in this world who pushed him. Just like Diane Diamond, plus all the assholes who accused him of being a pedophile, Martin Bashir, and the list goes on. That's why he got a drug addiction. Like, Christ, MJ is way stronger than most people. I'd love to see anyone else go through the shit MJ did and not touch any drugs. Ha, that would be priceless. Plus MJ's health while rehearsing, newsflash, MJ was not in good health. And not because of drugs and alcohol. It's called stress, weight loss, being out of it for a decade. He was not ready to tour. But he did it anyway, because he loves his fans. And lastly, using his rehearsal footage in the trial is biased. Anyone with a brain knows MJ never put his all in rehearsals. So what are they going to say? See, he's dancing less here than he did in the Bad Tour. Well, duh, he's older and rehearsing. Watch rehearsal from Bad Tour, Dangerous Tour, and History Tour, and compare properly. Biased idiots. Die, Murray. Then I wrote a part 2 to my comment. I said, using everything I said that they are talking about, drug intake, alcohol intake, child love, and health while rehearsing, should not be used in the trial. Because these are not factors to use in deciding if Murray is innocent or guilty. If the justice system would be proper, it would be Murray overdosed him, Murray is guilty. That simple. But no, we need to bitch and complain and incorporate incorporate pointless facts and say, well, Murray may have overdosed him, but MJ had a prior drug addiction. So Murray's innocent. Fucking ignorant. P.S. Does the term smear campaign mean anything to anybody? And, you know, it really is disappointing because, I mean, here's a little factoid. They're going to be using these things against Michael, throwing shit against the wall to see how much sticks about his drugs and about his alcohol and child stuff and all this crap. And they're going to use that as facts to say just how guilty Murray is, because apparently if these things are true and Michael Jackson's such a terrible human being, then that makes it go easier on Murray. Oh really? Okay, well what if the truth comes out? Because if we can use that as factors for Murray's innocence or guilty, then why can't we use the opposite facts, which are the true ones, in deciding Murray's sentence? Why not? 4 years? 4 fucking years? Are you kidding me? That's like giving him a candy bar and saying, go ahead, Murray, ha, pat on the back. Are you fucking shitting me? He's laughing at that. Yeah, well, you know what? There won't be laughing because when that trial's over in a few months or however long it's going to take, there is going to be something bad going down, guys, and I can tell you this right now. I don't know if it's going to be either Murray's going to be shot, hopefully he is, because I will fucking run down there myself with an AK-47 and blow up everyone's fucking head, or there's going to be a riot or something, because even if he's found guilty, something bad's going to happen. Why? Because of the small sentence. You know, it really is ridiculous. 4 years. Like, I don't understand why when it's a good person dying, the killer gets let off scot-free. It's all because Michael Jackson's a good person. Like, it really just honestly seems like killing Michael Jackson. Oh, it's no big deal. He was this. And honestly, something else, I don't understand why we can't just stick to the issue. These are apparently professionals here. Well, you know, the issue is if he killed Michael Jackson. Incorporating all this other shit, I mean, I know that's what lawyers do because, you know, that's just sort of the way to attack someone. But it really is ridiculous because that's not the issue. Molestation, that's long gone. It shouldn't even have started to begin with. Okay? Bringing up things that never happened. Okay, here's another one for you. If we're allowed to attack Michael because of molestation and drugs and alcohol and stuff, okay, then why can't we attack Murray as a person? Apparently he's a pretty big man whore who has a lot of money problems and all this. Why can't we attack him as a person with that? Is that fair? We can attack Michael as a person, which I mean is hard enough to do because he is such a good person. But the fact that we're able to make up shit to attack him with, why can't we attack Murray with facts? He's had money problems. That right there is a true thing about him. And people could say, well, you're being a hypocrite. You don't want to attack Michael about things that are irrelevant. Well, his money things are relevant. Really? That's irrelevant? Because usually if people have money problems, they'll do anything to get money. Speaking of money, Randy Phillips of AEG, I said this to you guys a long time ago. I'm not sure if I still have the video up or not. But do any of you remember me saying that I truly believe Randy Phillips paid Murray to kill him? Remember this whole thing I was talking about AEG, Kenny Ortega, and the movie and all that? I was saying, I bet you they planned killing him so that he wouldn't be able to do the tour. Because remember, don't forget this line, guys. Remember this a long time ago? He's worth more dead to them than he is alive. And B, they were actually going to end up spending more on the concerts than they would with ticket sales if Michael didn't finish. Which they didn't believe anyway because of his health. So, why can't we get Randy Phillips in here and have his little bullshit go on? Because Randy Phillips is not a good guy. He definitely had something to do with this. And I haven't heard nothing from Randy Phillips ever since the movie. Nothing. I want to hear something from that fuck. And by the way, about Michael Jackson's health, they have the nerve to say, oh, Michael Jackson's in perfectly, amazingly great health. Really? Really? That's what you're going to tell me? He's in amazing health? Okay. They go on and say, and this will be brought up in trial, they're going to go on and say, well, yeah, the autopsy showed that he was in perfect health. He had an x-ray before he started rehearsing, he was in perfect health. Okay, what some people seem to be forgetting is, when Michael Jackson's on stage, back in the Bad Tour, he said this himself, by the way, he used to lose almost 10 pounds per concert from dancing so much. Are you kidding me? Michael Jackson may have been healthy as a living 50-year-old who may just want to sit down in their house all day, but for someone who's going to be dancing around like crazy for 50 shows, 120 pounds, I think it may have been less than that actually, is not a healthy weight. Didn't you guys see him on stage? Did you guys really forget that This Is It movie? His arms are thinner than this, and his legs aren't much bigger. Okay? He was not healthy. They're saying he wasn't even able to get warm. Okay? He was skinny as hell. Okay, he couldn't get warm apparently, but yet in the same sentence they're saying he was healthy. Duh. So you're saying two different things in one sentence. Okay, that was said on the panel. I think the bodyguard said that. Like, really? You can see this stuff going on. They're contradicting themselves constantly. It's all a line of bullshit. We need to stick to the issue and not talk about these things because they're all irrelevant. Drug addiction caused by assholes in the world. Him not dancing very good, it's called age. It's called being out of it for 10 years, like I said in my comment. It's called weight loss. It's called stress. But no, let's incorporate it. Let's look at the rehearsal footage, and we're going to compare the rehearsal footage to the Bad Tour and Dangerous Tour. The actual tour, not the rehearsal. Holy fuck. Even if we were comparing... No, you know what? Even with the rehearsal footage, watch the rehearsal footage of This Is It and the rehearsal footage of Dangerous Tour. He's dancing more in the rehearsal footage of This Is It. Now, my own personal opinion is because he really wanted to work hard. Last tour, gonna retire, etc. So although he never puts his all into rehearsal footage, the rehearsal footage is more so on This Is It because he wanted to put his all into it. But no, they're gonna take it as, well, why is he dancing so much in rehearsal? He's supposed to be calm. He must have been on drugs and high. Fuck! There's obvious explanations for these things. Am I the only person who can think of this stuff? It really is just pathetic. I can't go on like this forever, but I really hope people get my point here that, you know, nobody's sticking to the issue. Everyone's making up a bunch of shit. Everyone's attacking things that aren't true. It's being hypocritical for him and not being, you know, equal for Murray. They're trying to attack Michael as a person. They're not attacking Murray as a person. It's like, let's not stick to the issue, but if we're talking about Murray, let's stick to the issue. If we're talking about Michael, let's attack everything. Let's attack him. Let's attack his let's attack his talent. Let's attack his voice, for Christ's sake. Let's attack his parents. Let's attack his brothers and sisters. Fuck off. Michael Jackson was the most amazing person on this planet. And let's not forget this last point. You can't take propofol yourself.